Hello. Okay, so I'm here. I'm going to be making this beginning layer, and it's going to be done in layers for the design that I want. I'm making a cutting board. I got the mold yesterday when I went out with Tracy Gaddis. She came to visit me up here in the mountains, about an hour and a half drive away from where she lives in the I don't know if it's the foothills or just it's kind of flat in her area a little bit, but it's not at the beach. It's only an hour and a half away. And I think that's if you take some of the side roads, though. I don't think it's if you go 40 all the way. I don't know if it takes longer going 40. But anyway, I got to get my gloves on and protected. Now, I have some new resin. I was allergic to the other one, so I sent it with Tracy. And I know for sure that this new one, and it is art, and it gives you a heart in the middle between art and resin, art resin. And you can make it to, you can do it in layers. And I was going to cure it in the machine without needing to raise it higher. It wouldn't fit. So I'm just going to have to let it sit here after I get it cured. Let me show you what Tracy gave me. Tracy gave me these. She put the rings around this one, but not this one. But I had a couple of little ideas on how to get this attached. I had a little special earring hook. So this one could be taken off really easy just by, you know, well, maybe not so easy. I'd have to maneuver it to do that. I'm going to close it back because I don't want to take it off. And so I got the keychain hooked onto it. The baby bottle, she made these with her 3D printer. And I was just showing you them. What she gave me. That one and that one. And this one here, I like that. It's pink. It's cute. You can hold lip gloss in these, according to what she says. And I don't carry a lip gloss around with me, but I can find something. Like if I wanted to go out for a trip where I only had needed one or couple of my medicines with me, I would be able to put this in there. It wouldn't hold my shot medicine, but it would hold these. So I'm going to stick these out of the way back behind there. And this one here. I think she said that the baby bottle, she took this part of it off and you know, switched them back and forth. But these are, one's black in and one's blue. I mean, those are done a little differently. I don't know how. My niece, Stephanie, has a friend that has a 3D printer as well. And they printed out a huge little little dragon that can move up and down. Or I think the friend printed two because for her two boys. And she has two boys. So let's go ahead and take this out of the original plastic. I didn't want to take it out too soon because I don't want any kind of dust to be on this mold. And it doesn't seem like it's going to come out of here too easy. It's kind of in there. And it's not as deep as I would have thought it would be. So when I get to another layer, I might just have to, I mean, I got little tiny starfish that probably work great. But I want to put some of the other seashells in there. I don't know if I can, if they would be too, if it would be just too kind of thick. I've got backup butterflies to work with for the leftover resin that I'm going to stick under these colorant things. And I've got I got this out only for this. I did UV resin to get the eyes set in place. Rawr! I don't want to fill it full of UV resin though, because you don't get very much UV resin when you get the UV. At least I didn't. So the colored UV resin comes in 20 gram, not 20 ounce, 20 gram and 30 gram containers. And I don't want to use it all up at once, because if I decide to make more butterflies, UV resin is great for those butterflies. But when you're making the UV resin with the butterflies, they're very fragile and very breakable. Don't give them to an 8-year-old, almost soon to be 9, because they're going to break it. Natalie did. Yes, I gave her one. First one I made, because I did make another one just like it. But she broke it. So anyway, backup resin. I'm going to make enough to put in a little bit in there. So, because I don't see good. And these black lines are hard to see. I've measured 1 to 1, because this is also like the other. It's supposed to be less irritating, and it's supposed to be food grade safe when fully cured, and it is 1 to 1. However, instead of 24 hours, it takes up to 48 hours to cure. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. And I don't know if this is part A or part B. I don't know which is which. It doesn't tell me. Irritant. It does say it could be irritant, but it's less irritating. So I'm wearing glasses. I don't plan to get it on me. I don't see where it says which part it is. The caps are different colors. So I'm trying to go slow. I don't want to use a pump. If it came with a pump, I might have thrown it away. I'm almost there. There, we're there. We're there. Okay. And I'm going to put the lid back on. And I've done that one. I can knock it over when I don't have anything in it. And now for the other part. 1 to 1. Taking it up to 8. I did 0.4 and then 8. So definitely 1 to 1. I put the I put a very transparent I think it's there. And to put the lid back on it. Really good. And now what I'm learning with this resin, it is, I got a cloth here for this. Get it off my glove. Stir slowly. This didn't tell you how long to wait for the bubbles. I can use my rubbing alcohol to get rid of bubbles. But I don't see if anybody's noticed that I'm online yet. If Michelle's online at the same time, well then, she's a pro at it. I'm not. But I did announce I was coming on at 3. So, I mean, I know the last time it showed me when people were online, and there was times when it showed me comments, and there was times when it showed me people were online and didn't show me comments, even though comments were made. So, I'm just new at doing this. I can tell the parts are not fully mixed yet because I can see cloudiness in here, in this one. I guess it'll look clear once I've got it fully mixed. I'm trying not to go too fast. Just going slow, slow, slow and watching at my phone. I had to put my selfie stick away. My great niece Natalie saw it standing up where I had it last on the last video and decided she was going to get it and play with it. Not good. She likes to grab my cane that I got originally when I had my broken ankle. Might just hold this and just sit back. My shoulder is hurting me. If you can still see me stirring, that's good. My face is out of off screen because my shoulder blade hurting. Scrape the sides, go around and around and around. And just keep stirring. I guess with this one, with this art resin, you probably should keep stirring, slowly stirring until you see no more streaks and no more cloudiness. It's not as cloudy as it used to be. I'm still seeing streaks. Streaks might mean there's still some resin that's not fully incorporated. And it needs to, this one you only have 45 minutes to work with. Now, I don't want bubbles in it, so I might need to do a little tapping of it. Someone said you could tap it or tap the table. I don't know how good tapping the table will work. I definitely don't want bubbles in my cutting board. I didn't bring the butane flame over here. So I feel like it needs more stirring. I think it's getting there. But since I'm pouring part of this clear, I'm starting out with clear on I'm just putting the bottom layer. That'll be the top, actually. It'll be the top of the cutting board. So, scraping the sides, scraping the bottom, looking clear, very little streaks. I don't know if I have it enough. Let's go until I'm positive there are no more streaks. And go round and round and round and round. I'm hoping I'm not allergic to this one. It does say it is irritating, but it also says in the advertisement less irritating. The problem I had with the last one is I broke out in a rash. In all areas that my skin was exposed, and not necessarily only areas where I touched the resin. So even in areas that didn't touch the resin, as long as my skin was exposed, like my arms and my face and my neck and my back, all them areas that my clothes didn't cover, broke me out in a rash. So I figured I was allergic to it. And that means that when I clean those pieces up, it might be, once again, irritating, and I have to protect myself big time. I'm going to get this down here. I don't know how much I'll need to get a thin layer on the cutting board. So I'm going to stick that in there for now. And wait a few minutes. Since there's no way of having heat to help it cure faster, it won't fit. Must have got resin on that one time. Ever notice that? See if... Okay, what I'm going to do now is... Bubbles, come away, bubbles. Well, big bubbles have already come away a lot. And I have to be patient. I definitely now can't use the butane because I put alcohol in it. I'm going to go ahead and start pouring. Oh no. Not good. That was my hair. When I'm going to embed things in this, I'm going to use this tool that we bought. I got this, I think Tracy got one too. But I put it with the cups that I kept. I gave some of my cups to her in the old resin. I don't know if my table's level. It's one of those folding tables that has like a cloth thing for the tabletop. And I'm not using the pointy thing because I'm not having to remove bubbles in areas that are hard to remove bubbles. All the bubbles that have to be removed for this will be surface bubbles. Okay, I need to, I need to slide it back a little. I need to shim it up. What can I work to level this a little? Well, I'm not using this stick. Maybe this will help. Okay, there's one bubble I just created. I have plans to get my acrylic out. Okay, I think that's good with that one. There's a bubble. Don't see any more? I don't know. Okay, hopefully that'll pop them. Now, I'm going to divide this. I'm going to try not to make a messy mess. So, I need my yellow and my green because I'm doing another dinosaur. One that Ella doesn't know I've done. The dinosaur is going in here. I'm only going to put it for 2 hours. Then after that, it's on its own. Okay, I need the yellow. And I need a green. Oh, maybe I'll do a blue. Tracy, heat gold. And silver. And I don't know where the bronze is, but I have one in here with bronze as well. Gold. I think I'll do gold. And green. I want my darker green. I got to rescue powders from the den rather than buying more. Use what I have from my soap making days. They work. They're basically mica powder's the same thing. And I do have a bronze one in there. And somewhere in the den was my first resin kit that I never used. Given to me my sister Callie for Christmas one year. And I was afraid of the fumes. I'm no longer afraid of the fumes. I've gotten over that fear. Because I bought an air purifier. Okay, now. Did I just do what I think I did? Oh, right there. Would have bit me. Did not come prepared because I used what I would have used. Close the gold up really good. Wipe it off. Get the green. Close the green. Really good. No mess today. Not yet. No mess today. Okay. I think I'm going to put a little bit of this into the, do a little swirly swirl in a couple of the butterflies. Well, not two, a couple on here, a couple on each before I put it into the dinosaur. This is just one of those mouth-washing cups. I decided to use it instead of the others. I decided I'd be able to throw it away and not worry about as much cleanup. And lay that there. Set that down carefully. I'm going to wipe this stick off to make it easier to clean up later. And set this aside. Okay, now I think I'll do one of right into here and right into here. Oops, that's more than I thought I would do. Well, let's see. Earrings. Earrings. Well, that's a bit too much. And that's also a bit too much. I'm just going to let it flow and settle. This is where the stick comes in handy. Making sure it goes around the little post. I can't add any more to that because I added too much anyway. But I can get this stick. Get this gold mixed up really good. Because I want to put I want to do the green, I want to do the gold first in the big dinosaur. I like this color. Well, lucky. You should see it with this light shining on it. That I don't think is showing you. Okay. Now I'm going to set this down so I can wipe this stick off. Okay, Sharon, you know the color you need for the beach now. This color can be for the beach, part of the beach. It can go a little bit on there after I form some of the other areas. Okay, so I just need to be light-handed. Not much, just make it a drizzle. I'm not adding glue this time. Oops. I didn't went anymore. Now, with this one here, these don't have post, but it needs to come up into this cavity here where the antennae is and where the tail is. And I can do a little swirly swirl with this pointy thing. It needs to get up into this area. I might have filled that area a little too full to begin with, but I need to get it up into there. Any flashing can be cut off. But let's swirl it just a little bit because I did get too much on it. So I'll have to clean it. Bring it around the post hole like I did the other one, because these earring ones have post holes. Okay, earring ones are finished, and I've cleaned up my pokey thing for now. I'll have to come back with it. I'm not going to fully finish the dinosaur today. He's just going to have a little bit. Let's go ahead and move this off of here and put this one in there. Well, I'll put it in there after. Okay. Go in. And go in. I don't know if these will totally mix because no glue. Glue helps them keep them separated. When they cure, they swirl and swirl around and around. It's looking awesome right now. Get one of these little sticks. Get it all in there. And clean it off once again. There's a little bit of the gold left. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Okay, I didn't mess it up. That can be thrown away when it hardens. And I might need to come back here with this tool. Okay, I fixed it. Now, when you have things that might have holes, you go squish, pop the bubble from the outside. These don't look like they're okay looking. Need to make sure that I removed any bubbles. That's weird. I thought I felt a drip of resin on my hand, and I don't have any on the air surface area. Seeing where it will be most stable. Okay, it'll be good there. Now, in the extension part that they have for this, it does say that it is easy to put on. It's not. But it works. Let's see if this will work through the glove. I don't think it would. I'm going to do this part before I turn it on. Okay, come here, a little excess. I'm going to do it this way, to this one. And my hand is hitting the wrong area over here. I need to get this resin up over into the post area. Drag it there. Drag it down. I might need to pour more into these once I get it where I need it to go. Get it over into the corners. Do the same thing with this one. That one was already going the path. When you have tiny little areas like this in a mold, you sometimes the resin don't want to flow good into those areas, and you have to use a toothpick or something like that. I don't have to keep using toothpicks with this one because of that. Most of the time this mold is used for UV resin, mostly just UV resin. Okay, I need a little bit more on that one. And now I won't be back online tomorrow because this won't be ready, and I have a eye shot appointment, and I might not be back online to work with it more. Well, maybe to unmold these things on Friday, maybe. But I'm not going to be unmolding this one because I gotta get my acrylic paint out. And the first process, I'm going to treat it as I'm doing it backwards. Because I want the bottom to be the front. And so, it's going to have an ocean scene. I saw one that was pink. I want it in blue. But I've got some tiny little starfish seashells that might work. I've got some other small seashells that won't work. Even them probably are too big, even though they're really small. Unless I break them. And if I break them, I'm still going to have to fill them with UV resin before I put them down so that there's no bubbly bubbles in it. But this color would be a good sand color, this gold. And so, on to the next little bit. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one do we want to do? Oh, the smaller one here. Might hold enough for both. I might have enough for both of the smaller ones here. I figured this gold would look good with that green. Okay, and let's come over here. We still got a little bit more here. I've done a good job not spilling the resin today. I only have this plastic tablecloth and not the other one. I decided to try that, see if that would make it less, I still don't know how to see where people left any comments. So, anyway, you can watch the replay, because I didn't make a mess. No mess. I might title this, No Mess. No mess. New resin, no mess. Well, I see a drippy drop there, but does that count? I'll do a drippy drop. A drippy drop. Those are not going to be finished with this, obviously, like the others. But there's going to be a future drippy drop going in on top of that of a different color, maybe. Drip, drip. You want to drop too? If one drops on one, you got to drop on the other. Because it's a pair. These look like two halves of a butterfly. Two halves of a butterfly. Gotta get some in that one because I did get some. It gives you and the directions on the Amazon where you order this from, and that's where it's called art resin, and I got the larger size. But it does tell you you have a 45-minute window, and most everybody likes it. They think it's better. There were a couple of people who didn't do so well with it. I looked at it carefully to make sure that it said 1-to-1 and that it didn't actually say by weight, because it just said 1-to-1 and it didn't say by weight. So I'm hoping I think that it's made for beginners who don't necessarily are not good at weighing things out. I have a scale if I have to that I could start weighing things out, but that one's empty now. I get it wiped down really good. And now I gotta take my gloves off. And okay, press and hold. It'll show 2 minutes, and now it's 2 hours. Why does it say 2 minutes? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to hit the finish button to say bye, and I'm going to check to see if I just couldn't see you guys. And even though the cell phone's supposed to work, I don't have a buddy with me to tell me when someone else is watching. I just have me. I don't have a Rick. And if I had a boyfriend like I had in the past, he wouldn't have be able to help because my ex-boyfriend was blind. Oh well. Anyway, so I'm going to give the heat to this. Hopefully this heat from here will help these. I am not seeing any bubbles in this right here. And I don't think you're going to see bubbles. Let's just give it a... I didn't wipe that down. I need another one of these. Okay. Get this cleaned off. Get my pointy tool. We got that from Hobby Lobby. I got this from Hobby Lobby. Tracy got some coasters. We wanted to find coasters that make a little deeper to embed things, but Tracy, you're going to have to break the seashells to use seashells in those coasters. Going to have to break them, and I'm going to have to break them. I need to figure out how to do sand. I might have to do a combination of paint, acrylic paint, and resin. Maybe put some of that gold powder in UV resin. that'll work. That'll be able, I'm going to use the UV resin. I'm going to get a straw. I'm going to blow on the area to make it bubble, make it look like waves coming in. And I'm going to paint little sharkies. Okay. Paint one sharky. Paint a turtle. Okay. On the beach. Paint a sharky. Paint a turtle on the beach area first. And then let that dry. Do part of the cover and make another layer of clear on the bottom part only. Maybe turn it the other way where the table is, making, and then paint the other shark at a different depth. And start adding seashells and using UV resin. Maybe put UV resin over the one shark to give it a different depth, so I can paint on top of that to where they're different levels and not at the same level. And then I'm going to, when I come back with more UV, more resin, it's going to be blue on one end, and then I'm going to have two different colors of resin, darker blue than that, and I'm going to do a little swirly swirl, and I'm going to do gold sand to get gold, to look at like sand, and maybe in some areas I do a little bit of paint it where it don't look as dark as the gold will make it look, and simply make it look like sand and waves coming in with white. Get some waves out here going at a crossed angle. And I was inspired by another video, and I still want to pull this. Let me move that. There. Well. Oops. Okay. Do I got a swirl? I touched it. I can fix it. I'm gonna. Who am I to not touch? And I carefully push this table back a little bit and give it one more good. Spray my fingers. So I don't get it on my phone. Put that tool there. I think I wiped it down. And I'm going to go get off here and say bye. And I'm going to go wash my hands and let this sit. I put my painting away behind the door this time instead of over here, and because it's going to have to sit here for a good long while. And so anyway, bye now. Have a good day. Comment and like below, and I'm going to share this to YouTube because no Natalie and no Katie and no Mom and just me. But I would have loved to seen if I had any people, but it usually shows me up here and I haven't seen that up there. But I know I'm in a private group, so let's finish and come back after I wash my hands. To check your messages on the computer, not on live. Goodbye. I like to be silly. Had fun with Tracy yesterday. Bye now. Maybe another day we'll actually do some crafting.